What's up, bros? Brages and bragettes. There ain't no brages or bragettes here. Let's rock and or roll anyways. I don't care. Let's go check out the happenings. Uh-oh, what happened to the music? Let's fix that, shall we? Let's go back there. Copy. And paste. There it goes. Alright, Axios. Let's see WTF's going on. Alright, behind the curtain, the Republican welfare state. What's this? Republicans spent decades railing against welfare recipients. Now they're deeply reliant on them to win elections. Again, Republicans and Democrats, their constituencies have flipped. Oh. Residents in more than half of America's counties, 53%, drew a substantial share of their total income, more than a quarter, from government in 2022. How does this read? Okay, so a little over half of the counties have residents who drew a substantial. Oh, what's the number of residents? Like 2? I don't know if I want to look at this right now. So here we go. Okay. Significant. 25%. Okay. Minimal, moderate. Alright. Share of personal income from government transfers, 2,000. Minimal. Alright, there's 2,000. Wow, that is a big jump. That's interesting. Significant, 25% more. What counts as a transfer? Let me go back up, see if it says up top. Programs like Social Security or SNAP. Do they need it? Most of these folks. That's what I want to know. What are the programs? Yo, what's up, bruh? How you doing? Trying to figure out this dumbass map. Transfer share. Alright, what are the transfers? Yeah, I got the rest of the day off today. Don't have much to do other than mow the yard later. So, I'm just gonna fart around here on the inner tubes. Well, hello, Adon, how are you? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, okay, per capita transfer income from Social Security and Medicare. Alright, per capita, so 402. The Medicare and Social Security I can understand going up because of the amount of old people we have now. Rising cost of healthcare. Okay, so this map is taking into account Social Security and Medicare as well. So that's why there's a significant jump in it. Transfer make up an increasing portion of American personal income in part because growth in other earnings has been so slow. Cost of healthcare is the one that's had the most substantial growth relative to everything else. So, in 2000, 10% of U.S. counties relied on transfers for a significant portion of their personal income. Significant portion. It's 25% plus, they say. By 2022, this reached 53% of counties. What's the population though? No, that's 10% of counties. But how many people? In general, areas that are older, more rural, and less wealthy tend to be significantly reliant on transfers. Again, the Medicare and Social Security. In contrast, many metropolitan hubs, affluent suburbs, and exurbs, and high-income, high-productivity farming and mining communities remain minimally reliant on transfer income to power. Back up to that. So I'm pretty familiar with this area here. Southeast Missouri and Arkansas, Southern Illinois, Western Kentucky, Western Tennessee. There's a lot of farming there, so this statement doesn't exactly hold true with my first-hand knowledge, where farming and mining communities remain minimally reliant on transfer income, because these are farming areas pretty heavily, and they're saying that 25% plus, or significant as they say, or the residents here, which I do understand. I wish I could zoom in on that. Yeah, I'm really familiar with Southeast Missouri, Northeast Arkansas. I grew up in that area, have a lot of family there, a lot of friends there. It's poor shit. I mean, it is dirt poor. Unless you are, especially in the Southeast Missouri, Northeast Arkansas area, unless you are a farmer, not necessarily a farm hand, but a farmer, or you work in, there's some steel mills down in Northeast Arkansas that pay really well. A lot of the people that aren't in one of those two things are very poor. My sister-in-law teaches at a school in that area. Lots and lots of poor families there. Local comparisons. A closer look at individual counties reveal how aging and economic stagnation have driven up transfer share in some places but not others. Share of personal income grow from government transfers. So again, okay. Again, I'm just kind of focusing on the areas I know personally. Take two counties with similar shares of the population age 65 over Sarasota, Florida, and Roscommon, Michigan. Sarasota has aged through the attraction of new residents. I mean, that makes sense. A lot of people, flee or flock to that area to retire. Its population growth helps support work-related earnings, and its relatively well-off retirees have considerable, I don't know why I had to struggle reading that word for a second, have considerable investment income on top of Social Security. Makes sense. By contrast, Roscommon, I guess that's how you say it, Michigan, which I would probably say are is a lot of people are fleeing that area, has aged through attrition as workers and the young move away to find opportunity elsewhere. Its considerably less well-off older residents have little other income to support themselves or the local economy. Jives? Hey, thank you, DB7GH. Interesting graphs, but I don't think there's anything, revolutionary from it. And it does explain why some areas are growing in their reliance on transfers, as they call it here. We're two counties on very different economic trajectories. King County, Washington, that's where Seattle's at, and Delaware County, Indiana, anchored by Muncie. Residents' earnings collapsed in Muncie as the nation's manufacturing base hollowed out in the early 2000s. The county went from less transfer reliant than the nation to more reliant. On the other hand, thanks to tech booms and a diversified knowledge economy, Seattle. Yep, okay, so manufacturing jobs went bye-bye, so of course that place got poor, essentially. Today, Muncie and Roscommon are much older, economically weaker, and much more reliant on transfers to sustain themselves than they used to be. I don't necessarily know. I wouldn't necessarily say that that's bad. That a place that has a higher elder population is more reliant on things like Social Security. I mean, because that's kind of the plan, isn't it? To be able to, as you get to that retirement age, to start collecting that Social Security. I guess they're saying that, the wealthier folks, like the ones that flee down to Florida, have that plus earnings from retirement accounts. So I see what they're saying. But it also probably costs more to live in those areas in Florida than the people that stayed around that Roscommon area or whatever. Oops. Alright, now since aftermath of World War II, has the U.S. confronted a fiscal situation as troubling as the one it faces now. Back then, it could count on favorable demographics to grow the economy back to fiscal sustainability. This time is different. The demographic trends pushing the transfer share higher are set to continue, with the over 65 population projected to swell by 20 million people, while the working age population will grow by just 6 million. People ain't fucking. That's kind of reading that. This gum out of my mouth here. People living longer and not enough youngins around. The country is on a collision course with politically fraught trade-offs. Significantly raising taxes and dramatically cutting transfer programs could choke off the very economic activity that finances transfers and immiserate the lives of people who depend on them. All right, you got to raise taxes and cut something then, right? So what do you cut? Faster economic growth is thus essential to regaining the path back to fiscal health. To restore the nation's democratic vitality, a growth agenda should prioritize making it easier to start and sustain families, get to boning again. Other ideas include investments in research and innovation, an expansive and better designed immigration policy, and tax and regulatory policies that foster economic dynamism. Dynamism? How do you say that? And participation in the workforce. Yeah, I mean, those are a lot of fancy words for pretty common sense stuff, right? No, there's nothing revolutionary in this map. All right, I'm going back. All right, let's see what else we got. The Northern Lights. I did not get up and go out and look at them this time. Here in the Nashville area, we were supposed to be able to see them about like I think that picture shows there. Very minimal. I think, was that last year or 2 years ago when we had them? Ooh, that's a good one. It's pretty cool. I just didn't want to get up in the middle of the night and go look. Here we go. Where was this? Washington, D.C. That's about what I think it would have looked like for us. Yeah, there's a kid in my driveway and I have no idea who it is. Not my kid. Oh, neighbor kid from across street. He's cool. Alright, the fucking the stupid robo-taxi. Robo-van, I think, is going to be more impactful than the robo-taxi. Debuted. I mean, it's not... I guess it was technically debuted, but it's a pre-production prototype, right? It was, hey, these things can't drive yet because the regulatory stuff's not in place. So again, it's, well, I can appreciate what Elon Musk tries to do, but he's always promising shits 1 or 2 years out. 2027, like, it's gonna probably more realistically be like 2030 if I had to guess. Now, the Robo-van, that would be kind of cool. I could see these more like working better at places like airports, you know, where they have shuttle vans today, running people to, you know, from parking lots to the terminals and back, stuff like that. Yeah, right here's the big thing. See, challenges remain, however. For one, regulators mount up will need to authorize the cybercab to hit the road, which is far from guaranteed in the timely fashion. No timeline for optimists, suggesting it may still be a long way off. Yeah, 2027's bullshit. He pulled that out of his ass. Obama urges black men to back Harris in blunt election message. Let's see what this one, the blunt message is. Obama said at a campaign field office in Pittsburgh ahead of speaking at a rally for Harris in the Pennsylvania city that the turnout issue he noticed seems to be more pronounced with the brothers. He continued, "You're coming up with all kinds of reasons and excuses. I've got a problem with that because part of it makes me think, and I'm speaking to men directly, that you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president. Oh, that bothers me that he said that. And you're coming up with other alternatives and other reasons for that. That's bullshit from Obama. He's trying to play the gender, sex card, whatever you want to say. It can't just be about, you know, her lack of ideas or anything, or the fact that, you know, she would do absolutely zero things different than what Biden has done over 4 years, but she's fresh and new. As I think Jury was saying that on the We're Not Wrong. He was mocking her for that. Alright. Basically, he's basically saying, hey, if you don't, black men, if you don't vote for her, it's because you're sexist. Scoop. Some top Dems won't commit to certifying a Trump win. Okay. Biden and Yahoo closer to consensus on Israel's plans to attack Iran. Perfect. Get us into World War III. Hurricane Milton moves offshore as search and recovery efforts continue. Bill Clinton joins Obama as part of Harris' campaign blitz. All right, what will Slick Willie have to say? Three of 6, stumping for the VP. Clinton and Obama's efforts, blah, blah, blah. Clinton will start his trot through the South with stops in Georgia on Sunday. Speak to a few hundred. Clinton will follow the Harris campaign unless she's the big dog. Alright, he hasn't really said anything yet. Okay. The deadline has expired for the second. Alright, House GOP infighting erupts over MTG, sir. God damn. Georgia, y'all gotta get her out, man. What the I mean, I definitely have conservative leanings, but fucking MTG's a bonkers case. Why do they keep electing her? Yes, they control the weather. It's ridiculous for anyone to lie and say it can't be done. God damn. Why? How? Why would... It just bothers me. Do better, Georgia. Alright. Oh shit, it's already 10 o'clock. I need to go soon. Gotta get the yard mode. I can pay that kid to do it. Doesn't look old enough. Damn it, work's gonna make me hop back on a call and I really don't want to. Alright, I'm gonna have to wrap up. I gotta get back on this, or I gotta get on this call. Shit. Okay, gotta go. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.